is this a real thing or something like a scam? Tell me the percentage of people, like how many people join in Accio Jobs and how many people are getting a job. So if I didn't get in job, so it's like how much percentage I'll get back?
The entire amount will be refunded.
Hey guys, few months back we actually posted a video about Accio Job. It's actually pay after placement. After I posted the video, I got a lot of comments from you like, is this a real one or scam? And even it's pay after placement itself, any hidden charges? So there are so many questions you ask. So I just gonna ask the same questions to the person who working in the Accio Jobs. This is what the podcast all about. So let's go and check out what he's telling and is this testable or not. So I'm also curious to ask those questions. So don't waste time. Let's get into the video. This is Abin. Welcome to my channel. Hey, hi Mithun. Thanks for joining.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So tell me about yourself, Matthew.
Yeah, Abin. So, as you said, my name is Mrityunjay. I graduated from IIT Delhi as a mechanical engineer back in 2017, and since then I worked a little bit in oil and gas industry, and now I'm here with AccioJob since last 6 months. You can say managing their curriculum as one of the curriculum heads.
Okay, so why you joined AccioJob after the oil thing? So what's motivated to get job here?
So, in particular, I was very interested in tech right from the beginning. Right, there was certain circumstances that I had to join oil and gas, and in that particular industry, I was heavily invested in automating things and bringing innovative digital solutions to different problems. And at the same time, I was also very inclined in the education field itself. Right, that it was a very conscious decision that in India specifically, there's a huge gap between whatever is being delivered by the colleges and the institutions and whatever is demanded by the industry, right? And the potential in Indian youth is immense, right? So
Yeah.
AccioJob turned out to be one of those specific institutions who are working very, very hard in bridging this gap and adding real value to the society, right? So the whole idea appealed to me a lot, and that's why, yeah, that's why I'm here helping these
Okay.
guys in streamlining the curriculum.
Okay, fine. So you handling the curriculum, what are the things they all teaching like that, those kind of work you doing in Accio Job,
Sorry.
right? So tell me about Accio Job. Actually, I did one podcast with Accio Job person who got job over there from last 2 months back. So
Right.
tell me, like what's Accio Job? What's the advantage over there from other platforms? So just explain about Accio Jobs, how this works like that.
Okay. So in the beginning, when AccioJob was founded, the founders found out or realized a clear gap between the supply side of tech talent and the demand side of tech talent, right? And it was also very, very obvious to them that the information that a particular student needs to enter tech industry is very precise, very limited in amount, and it can be easily delivered if you know things are planned in a very comprehensive manner, both on the institution side and on the product side, right? So this idea became very appealing to the founders, that if we can bring the education in terms of what industry needs, right? Deliver industry relevant skills to the students and specifically guide the students in what they need to learn and how much they need to learn, then it will be very beneficial for the Indian youth, and it will help a lot in bridging the gap, this wide gap that exists between the supply and the demand side of tech talent, right? So yeah, this is how the idea of AccioJob came into being, and since then AccioJob has been delivering full stack development courses ranging from basic data structures to advanced data structures, front end development, back end development, everything to the students. And the idea is to not just give them education but also to get them placed above a certain salary limit, right? So the whole business model is very much in line with the results, right? So the entire curriculum has been very thoughtfully designed to help the students get into the industry, and it has been revamped through the feedback that has been received from the industry in the last 1 year.
So the thing is actually, I heard about the courses like it's like we have to pay first and then we have to complete the course. They helping for placement. But here the thing is like a pay after placement. We don't have to pay anything initially, so we
Right.
just have to take test and then we have
Correct.
to enroll the course and then once we got a job and then only we have to pay, right? So what I'm thinking, first I post the video, people ask like, is this a real thing or something like a scam like that? So
Hmm.
explain what is your business thing like. If I want to join a Accio job, really I don't have to pay anything or I have to pay some money to join that. What's the thing? Explain that.
Your job, student has both the options, right?
Okay.
Pay after placement and upfront payment, right? The difference is in the amount. If you choose pay after placement, that you do not put any money upfront, right? You do not give any money upfront, and you just decide that you will give, you will pay to AccioJob only once you get the job. Then the payment fees is a little higher than the upfront fees, but yeah, it is still much lower compared to the other players that are there in the market, right? Who give the pay after placement opportunity, right? And the other point of difference is that to have pay after placement, you need to attend the free live classes that happen every month, do all the assignments, appear in a basic coding test and a mock interview. And once you clear these things, then you will be eligible for pay after placement. The knowledge that is expected to clear this coding test and mock interview is very limited. If I talk about the specific topics, then the topics in programming that are covered in these mock interview and coding tests are basic data structures, loops, nested loops,
Mhm.
and arrays, including
Okay.
conditionals, right? So very basic things that are, very fundamentals of programming. So once you master that in a period of 2 weeks, then you can give the coding test and the mock interview. Once you clear it, you will be eligible for pay after placement. For upfront payment, there's no such requirement, but the and also the payment fees is much lower compared to pay after placement.
Okay, so if I didn't have any money, but I have to learn things from the scratch, so I have to go for a pay after placement. First, I have to see your modules. That's a free module, and then I have to crack the interview, whatever you schedule there. Once I
Yes.
cracked, so I didn't have to pay anything until I get a job, right?
Yes.
So the modules, explain about the modules. It's really because I'm a person I didn't know anything about coding. I'm just
Hmm.
fresh, just completed from the different domain like mechanical or electric something somewhere.
Correct.
So I can able to clear those questions with those modules. Is this enough for that or something tricky over there?
No, the questions are very straightforward, and as I said, these topics are very fundamentals. They are not very hi-fi or very complex topics. And in the classes that you can attend for free, everything is taught from very scratch, right? That if you do not even know ABCD of coding, everything will be started like what is the computer, how does the computer work, what is binary code, what is a compiler, and what kind of languages are there, and then even like we will start with a basic hello world program and we'll step by step eventually we try to make people master in some complex things like conditionals, loops,
Okay.
arrays, these kind of
So
things. And for practice we have assignments for every lecture that the student can try, and also get live doubt support if they want, if they are facing any doubts or they need any concept clearance.
okay. So this questions, I mean, this test is for judging a person. Is this a really dedicated person or just come for just wrong and go with those
Yes,
kind of
exactly.
situation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That,
Okay.
because see, regardless of what skill you are trying to learn, it is very important for you to be sure that you want to learn that and have the grit, patience, and dedication to put in all the effort,
Yeah.
to get your dream job.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. So got it. So the thing is, first I completed the test. So what you teach me first? If you go for, let's take an example for a full stack development course, where you
Yes.
can start and how you move. So explain the procedure, how it will be like, and how long it will be take to a person to complete
Hmm.
the course completely.
So, Abin, the main problem that tech industry has is that first of all, the colleges do not deliver a lot of industry relevant information or industry relevant curriculum to the students, right? Let me first explain the basis of the problem, and then I'll try to explain how the curriculum is designed to specifically tackle this problem. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, as I said, that the gap that I have been talking about between the tech demand and tech talent exists because the college curriculum is outdated, right? It is a 10-15 years old curriculum that has not changed over time, and colleges are not really interested in delivering what is required by the industry to the students. And secondly, if a person wants to study on their own, then tech, as any other industry, is huge in itself, right? Even if I talk about some very simple things, that even if you talk about learning the basic languages like C++ or Java, or forget about those, let's talk about the most simplest language of web development like HTML. Okay, if someone starts learning that, then there is no end to how much you can learn, right?
Okay.
Even a simple language like HTML, if you start learning, it is virtually endless, right? That you can keep studying and studying, and there's no software developer in this industry that who can confidently say that they know everything about
Yeah.
software development, right?
Yeah.
Because there is no end to it. But the point is, to enter the tech industry, you don't really need all the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Different type of companies demand different skills, right? And
Exactly.
no there's this information, that which type of company demand which skills, how much you need to learn, and what specifically you need to learn to enter one particular industry, is something that is spread over the internet at different places. And if someone tries to think, or someone dreams of entering tech industry, then they will be just lost in the jungle, right? So in AccioJob, we have designed the curriculum in such a way that at every stage, the student is counseled and student has utmost clarity on what kind of opportunities are going to be open for him or her. Okay. So once the student enters the main batch of AccioJob through the process, whether they go for pay after placement or they go for upfront, the very fundamental thing that they study is the very basics of data structures,
Okay.
right? Because
Okay.
regardless of what part of industry you want to go in, whether you want to go for front end development, whether you want to go for back end development, or you want to join service based companies like TCS, Infosys, etc., the very basics of data structures and algorithm is something that is indispensable, right? That is
Okay. So
something
you
that
start with data structure and algorithms. Am I right? Sorry to
correct,
interrupt. Okay.
correct.
Okay. Please go ahead. Yeah.
To specify like what is the first stage that everyone has to go through,
Mm-hmm.
they have to learn basic data types, they have to
Okay.
learn controls, they have to learn
Okay.
loops, they have to learn data types like arrays, strings,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to learn the sorting algorithms,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Bubble, selection, insertion, sort. Merge and quick sort is something that can be covered at later stages, but
Mm-hmm.
bubble, insertion, and selection sort is something that has to be known. And these are not very difficult topics. These are
Yeah.
very simple, very straightforward, and
Yeah.
anyone from any background can learn them very easily, right?
Okay.
And we make sure to have world-class instructors with us, right, and provide all the mentorship, one-on-one mentorship and doubt session to make sure that our students are learning at their comfortable pace.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first step.
Okay.
Now, once a student clears this first step, we give them clarity that okay, if you have signed an agreement for minimum 3 LPA guarantee
Mm-hmm.
of placements, then you are eligible for sitting in the all the companies that require these skills, and they pay roughly around 3 LPA, 3 to 5 LPA of salary, right? Because there are
Currently,
many
it's
many
minimum of 3 LPA, right? In most of the companies.
correct, correct. And
Yeah.
there are many students that who are unemployed and they just want to get a job as soon as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
they want to worry about how high package they can get at a later stage. So once
Okay.
these kind of students complete this part of the curriculum, then they are eligible for sitting in the companies that offer 3 to 5 LPA, like TCS, Infosys, all the service-based companies, right? Who who demand only these basic data structure skills and some basic aptitude skills. And the students who really want to prepare for these companies, we have a special preparation module as well, where we help them make some projects, we help them make their resume, we help them polish their interview skills.
So for the
Right.
service-based company and the support kind of role, those training also you're providing with this course or?
Definitely, definitely. We are
Oh,
providing for all those students who want to go for these jobs. We have
okay.
specific modules dedicated to prepare for these companies as well.
Oh,
Then, then those students who want to study higher, right, and become masters of data structures, right?
hmm.
Then we have different DSA modules where they learn everything from linked list, recursion, basics of OOPS concept, stacks, queues, binary search trees, graphs, dynamic programming, everything that is there, that is demanded, that is requested from the prominent startups, FANG
Yeah,
companies,
yeah.
right, or other big MNCs.
Mhm.
Everything that these companies demand, we teach everything to the students, and the student goes through each and every step one by one. And once the student reaches a level where they are, eligible to sit for jobs of 5 LP or higher, which are offered by many startups and MNCs. Then there's a separate preparation module where they are specifically groomed for interview processes of these companies. Some higher level projects are done, right?
Okay,
And uh, some difficult questions are taught to them, how to solve difficult questions of data structures. More interview specific practice is done, right? More company specific mocks are organized, right? So
okay,
that this student have a simulation of real life interview experience and they know how to crack the interviews, right? A
okay.
resume is polished to a great extent, right? So that they do not get rejected just based on the resume, right? So this is one of the tracks that we have. Then we have some other tracks like front end development track. So students who do not really want to go very deep into data structures but instead want to divert themselves to web development, then we have the option for them to transition to web development right after learning the basic data structures, right? Because web development doesn't require a very deep knowledge of data structures as such, right?
Mhm.
Even if
Yeah.
you know all the way up to the sorting algorithms, you are well versed enough to study web
Mhm.
development. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can start learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React, right?
Okay.
And step by step, you will be taught everything from the scratch. And once you finish all the modules, there's a specific module for to help you make very good web development projects, right? That will look very shiny in your CVs, right? And then you are also given training to how to crack web development interviews that are very much aligned with the industry standard, right?
Okay,
So
so
again,
I got one question actually.
right.
So if I want to learn, go straight with the DSA in the initial stage, so I need
Mhm.
some basics of the programming, of course, right? If I want to
Correct.
learn something like, so you start training with the basics of somewhat like a Java or C++, then you go for DSA. That's what my question. You going that way or some other different way?
Yeah. Our data structures and algorithms is taught in Java because Java is the language that is most in demand in the
Yep.
industry. Most of the industries,
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah,
companies.
Python also is in demand, but most of the companies currently using Java. They didn't
Yeah,
migrate
yeah.
it. Either
Python is
to
more of on the data science and data analytics side,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And Java is more in the development side,
yeah, yeah. Correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we'll come to the Python thing later, but
okay,
first of all, right now we are delivering the data structures part in Java. And yeah, like as I said, that the programs that we teach the students to build are very basic in the beginning, right? That just a hello world is the first program.
okay.
Then we start teaching them what are the different data types, how you
Mhm.
work with int, how you work with float, how you work with characters, right?
Okay,
And once students have a lot of clarity around this, how to take input, how to show the output, right? So these are the things that are become very clear and cover the syntax of Java in a very comprehensive manner, right? So once
okay,
the student has a lot of clarity on this, then we move on to teaching them conditionals, right? How to change the control flow, right? using if else statement, and then how to change the control flow using loops, let's say, right? Using while loop, using for loop. And
Mhm.
while we are teaching this, we are also teaching specifically how to implement these concepts using syntax of Java. And yeah, slowly students get very familiar with Java as well.
Okay, okay, fine. So another one thing, like you told, right? Because they will teach you the mock interviews also conducted, and then the platform which I choose, it is a live classes or recorded sessions. If you want to complete a DSA, then I want to go for a full stack development. The DSA, and then I'm going those both in a live classes or in recorded sessions.
Everything is in live classes, right? And after the live session, you also get the recording of the session itself right
Okay.
after the session. And if you want to revise anything, you can go through the recording.
Okay, okay, fine. So I can clear my doubts when whatever I'm coming is directly with the live classes, right?
Correct. So this is one of the options. Definitely, you can join the live classes, but there are many people who are working professionals, right? And they do not really get time to attend the live class, and instead, the only thing that they are left with is recordings. So for these students, and in general for any student who wants to utilize this feature, we have a feature of having live doubt, right? Where the mentors are sitting online for 7 to 8 hours of the day, and anyone can enter the room and ask. Clarify their doubt with the mentors. We also have one-on-one sessions where they can book a session on a specific time whenever they are free with a particular
Mhm.
mentor, right? To clarify any of the conceptual doubt or a question related doubt that they have, right?
Okay.
Yes. So these features are
So
also available for the students who are not able to join live lectures, or who are a little bit hesitant in asking questions in front of everyone else.
okay, fine. So what languages you teaching? You teaching English or some other language also you teaching?
So the mode of delivery is English. The usage of Hindi is very very minimal, right? Even only if some specific students request the delivery to be in Hindi, then some concepts are translated for a while to help those students. But majorly, the all the classes are delivered in English, so that uh, students from all over the India should be comfortable to understand.
Okay, okay, fine. So what are the courses currently in Accio Jobs, like apart from full stack development, what are there?
So right now, only full stack development is there. Uh, basics to advanced data structures, front end
Mhm.
development where HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React is covered, and then back end development is covered in two frameworks: Spring Boot, which is Java based framework, and
Yeah.
Node.js, which is JavaScript based. Right. This is
Okay.
just to have some flexibility among the students, right? So that, for example, if a person has invested a lot of time in studying Java, right,
Okay.
then they can learn backend in Spring Boot, right?
Okay.
Because we don't want them to, if someone wants to become a backend developer, we don't want them to study HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and then go to Node.js, right? At the
Okay.
same time, the students who have invested a lot of time in studying front end development, they are already masters of JavaScript, then they can study backend in Node.js.
Okay. So how much duration it takes and how long it takes to get a first interview while I joining from the Accio Jobs?
So, if you are coming from the filtration process where you have given you have attended the free live classes and you have given the interview and the test, then the
Mhm.
duration of the course for such student will be 10 months, right?
Okay.
But they will be eligible to be for sitting in the placement right after 6 months, because one of the track will be completed,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Either they will complete the DSA track where
Backend
they will
or
study everything DSA, or they will cover the front end track, or they will cover the back end track, depending upon what stream they choose, what field they choose. And we counsel the students as well from time to time that what is best for them, depending on their knowledge and their aspirations regarding the CTC and the time they want to get placed in, right? Then what track is best for them, and also their preference is also kept in mind.
okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, and for
So
the students who do not go through this filtration process, the timing for them is a little bit higher, because we spend 2 months extra in helping them build a strong fundamentals, right?
okay.
So the first part of data structure, which is covered in 1 month for the other people, we give them a lot of absorption time for these particular students. Like they have a total time of 3 months to cover the same part, along with some logic building and aptitude and problem solving sessions, which help them in having problems developing a problem solving mindset.
Okay,
So
so you're teaching aptitude as well for before. I
correct.
mean, if I'm a person coming with a pay after placement, you teach me aptitude as well, or else I have to prepare myself for aptitude.
No,
Because
for
aptitude.
payout placement people, we have aptitude contests from time to time and discussion, but we do not specifically teach aptitude concepts, right? We
Okay.
deliver them through having different contests, and we discuss in the contest discussion how to solve these questions faster and using some tricks, right?
Oh,
But for the upfront people, we have dedicated aptitude classes where different concepts are being covered, right from the very basics of ratio and proportion, percentages, HCF, LCM, averages, right, and going all the way up to complex reasoning questions like blood relations, the direction and distances, etc.
okay, fine. So tell me the percentage of people, like how many people join in Accio Jobs and how many people are getting a job. I mean, how many people didn't able to get a job? If they train properly, means they'll get a job definitely, right? But current
Yeah.
situation it will be little low. But currently, how many people getting job? How many percentage can you tell that?
So if I have to tell specifically that the students who cover any of the tracks, right,
Okay.
90 to 95% of them get placed, right?
Oh, great, great. Okay.
Yes. And this is that's why we have a money back guarantee clause in our upfront payment, right? Which
Mhm.
is just our confidence that if anyone, it is not an assurance of job as such, but it is our confidence that if you complete any of the tracks in our curriculum, we are very confident, we are sure that you will get placed.
Oh, so that is my money back guarantee also there in upfront payment, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So how that process will be like? So if I didn't get in job, so it's like how much percentage I'll get back or something like that.
The entire amount will be refunded. If you
Oh.
have completed in any of the track and you still haven't gotten a job and your contract
Mhm.
gets over, let's say, then the entire amount will be refunded.
Oh, that's so great. That's great. So, can you explain now what are the platforms you're using? How people will connect because everything is in online, right? So, how you connect with people? Can you explain about the platforms a little bit?
Correct. So the AccioJob product in general provides a one-stop solution for the students to have everything at one place, right? It has places to help them develop soft skills. It has places to help them solve questions, to book mentorship sessions, to get feedback from the mentors, to build projects, and attend the lectures as well, right? So let me just quickly share my screen with you,
Yes.
and you will be able to. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
So this is the main AccioJob dashboard where that a student sees, right, when they get into the main batch, right. So here you see that there's a class showing, right,
Mm-hmm.
which was scheduled today at 8 p.m. Seems to be a revision class, and once a student clicks join now from here, they are redirected to Zoom, and they join the live class session from there, right. And once the class gets done, right, then they can see the lectures over here. Like this was a class of oops in JavaScript which was
Okay.
held yesterday, right, and the whole video recording is over here, right.
Okay. Okay.
And if there are any assignments related to the class, that is also they also come over here, and the student can solve the assignments
Oh,
uh,
okay. Great.
along.
So, you give assignments for every topic, right? That's really great. Yeah.
Correct, correct. So this is the thing, right? That we don't just deliver the lectures; we also give them a place to practice at, and we tell exactly what to practice.
Oh, great, great, great. That's
Right. For web development, we have this kind of product, which is, I think, very unique in the industry. Right. No one really has this. That we have web editor where student can write the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code, and they can see the preview over here.
okay.
Right.
Okay. So,
And
solving the program. Okay.
correct.
Mhm.
And then they can submit and see the results of the problem.
So if I didn't able to solve the problem, I can touch with the mentor and then get the answer. So
Correct.
whatever I'm
Correct.
doing, mistake like okay,
Exactly. And if you want any further questions to practice, we have a gym section. Click on this, then it opens the problem statement, and then you can solve this problem in this particular editor, right? Where you can write the HTML code, CSS code, JavaScript code separately, and
mm,
you can see the results over here, right? This is one of the very unique features that we have, and I don't think anyone else in the industry has this
yeah,
kind of web editor, right? So
Yeah.
if I write anything over here, let's say h1 my name, then you can see the output over here. And once I add CSS and JavaScript, you can see a fully functional web page being developed in the preview section. And once the student is satisfied with their code, they can submit it and they can see the results. Student can very easily solve the assignments. It's not that they'll have to look at the assignment, then go to Visual Code editor and
Yeah.
solve
Yeah.
it over there, right? And if some student wants to practice any further questions, if they are done with all the assignments, they can practice many more questions over here in the gym section. You can see that we have more than 1700 questions listed over here, and the student can filter them based on the topics, based on the level, right?
Mhm.
And they can practice these questions in their free time, right?
Okay.
Then if some students are not able to solve the questions, we have this live doubt feature where they can select their doubt topic and the type of doubt, whether it is a concept related doubt or whether it is a question related doubt. And if the live doubt session is going on, like these are the slots that it is open for, if it is going on, then the student joins the live doubt session immediately, right? That I'll enter the Zoom meeting where the doubts are being discussed. Otherwise, doubt session gets scheduled and the student can join in the slot that they have selected,
Okay.
right? And then we also have this contest section where we have weekend contest. Like right now, there's no live contest, there's no upcoming contest, and there are for this particular module there are no past contests as well. But
Mhm.
every week we have contests, and the students can attempt the contest and see the results over here itself.
Okay. Okay. I really like this platform. Everything in one step, right?
Yes. Yes. Then we have these one-on-one sessions that if a student books any one-on-one mentorship session, right? Like if a student wants to have an HR mentorship session where they want to improve on their HR interview giving skills, then it will show up over here, right?
Oh.
Uh, Similarly, we have resume mentorship session, we have project mentorship sessions, right?
Mhm.
And all of those sessions appear over here. This is, I think, an instructor account. That is why there are no sessions coming up. But any session that the student brings books comes up over here, right?
Oh.
Then we have this open editor where the student can just try and write a code, and they can run it and just uh, kind of a playground thing where the student can play
Okay.
around their free time,
Okay.
right? Then we have the calendar, which just summarizes everything that is planned for the month, right? And
Mhm.
everything that has happened in the past month. So the student has a track record of which lectures were covered on which date, and they can go back and review them. We also have this session,
Oh.
uh, portal
Okay.
for soft skills, where the student can get their resume reviewed. They want to solve aptitude questions, or have any need any help regarding their soft skill improvement. They can
Mhm.
come up over here and get the help from the experts.
All right.
Then we have this project section where the student can try and filter out some of the projects that they want to build. The prerequisite and the criteria is mentioned on each and every project, and what the project is all about is also mentioned over here. For example, this is
So if I give start project, I can do a project in your console itself. Is this possible?
so
Okay.
right now it is currently under construction, this
Okay.
facility, but we give a detailed overview of the project,
Okay.
right? The different
Mhm.
steps that they need to carry, and we also have mentorship sessions related to the project itself,
All
right?
right. All
For
right.
example,
Yeah.
this project has all the necessary links. Like here is the project link, right?
Mhm.
If I show you that many of our students actually build this project, it is a crypto tracking
Okay.
dashboard which is fetching data from public API, right? So public API is delivering all the data regarding the top 100 cryptocurrencies, right?
Okay.
And this can fetch it and display it in different kind of views, right? And also they have implemented functionalities like these charts,
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
right? And yeah, so we have many such cool projects that our students build once they learn the required amount of skills, and which really outshine in their resume. And then we have job portal where the students can see all the job drives that are going on, right?
Mhm.
And the eligibility on what companies they are eligible for come up over here. Like this is again an instructor account, that is why it is not showing eligible for any of them.
Okay.
But for students, based on what amount of skills they have acquired, they will be showing eligibility for different companies.
All right.
And the students can apply over here if they are eligible, and get the feedback on how their performance was, what round of interview they cleared, right? All kind of things.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is an overview of the platform, and as I said, that it brings a one-stop solution for the students to get to know what kind of skills they need to learn, where they need to work on, what kind of jobs will open for them if they learn these particular skills, and yeah, and get comprehensive feedback at each and every level, and get to know their improvement areas as well, right? The project building thing is something that has been in the pipeline, that we can make a group of people and guide them in building a project together to enhance the community, or how do you call it, the cooperative thing, that the cooperative experience that they'll have in corporate, right? But also right now the objective is, at the same time, is to have different projects in the CVs of our students, so that everyone doesn't have the same project, otherwise it will conflict between the students
Okay.
as well,
Okay.
right? So
Mhm.
that is a thing in the pipeline, but yeah, hasn't been executed really on the ground, the community project building thing.
Okay. Okay. So this video is completely useful. I mean, a person watch this video, he can understood everything over the dashboard and the process, everything.
Right.
So yeah, I'm good with this one. So I'm clear with the Accio Jobs and the process and all. So thank you for joining, explaining things.
Thank you so much, Abin.